Can I get a amen? As you hear me say every time on here, because we got to have an amen for everybody in Free Karen Reed Nation. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm your host, DJ. Welcome back to Calling All Beings. And I just wanted to do a solo live to talk about this beautiful community that we're in. I might put in even a little mood music in the background. Okay. Just so I can hear a little bit. There we go. Let me know if anybody's in the chat. Somebody's in the chat. Woke. Oh my goodness. We got... Hello, everybody. We got allegedly LB. Is that Larry Bird? What's up? How you doing? Beatrice. How are you? Amiga, Sarah, D-O-double-G. Kelly, Steffi. Amen. The cat lady. Welcome back. The Land Pirate Radio. Adam, my awesome new buddy. Brilliant content creator. Y'all got to get up on it because he going to be big. And I don't mean physically because he done lost himself a lot of weight through trail running, but he's going to be big in a figurative sense. And you know when we say this girl's name, we talking about Kimberly McGuire. Hello, Kimberly. How are you, love? So... let's see who else we have here. Cams Graham, what's up? Holmes? I know you. We got, she's going to get all kinds of Latino on this. Anybody? My Colorado homegirl. Good evening. Ernie Birdie, we're just talking about you today with Sarah Shockenhara, man. She just adores you. She really, really loves you. So I know you guys have talked. You must be like awesome. We have our attorney here. Just in case I say anything untoward, anything that's legally actionable, Valhalla Law will let me know. So thank you. Thank you for being here. Love, our retired lawyer. Jess Steele. Hello. Welcome. Julie Farrell. The legend. You know what I'm talking about? The original gangster of Cab Mods. Thank you for being you, sir. Namaste. I just went up to the gym, met some of my colleagues I'm going to be teaching yoga with. I'm in their group chat now, their Facebook, the whole nine. And Mary Malaki. Welcome back, Mary Malaki. It's so good to have you back in the chat, love. So, you know, I'll conjure. Oh, and Beezy in the Heezy. I didn't expect all these people. LJ, man, what's up, Holmes? LJ. And OnlyFan, thanks for... Whoa! Thank you. And crazy Brazilian lady. Boa noite. Boa noite, amiga. Como vai você? All right. So now that everybody's here, is the music okay? Not too loud? I'm going to try to get into this, and with your help, I'll probably sound okay. Group salutations, multitasking. Feeling cold. It's minus 18. Heading to minus. Kimberly McGuire, where are you, love? Are you in Reykjavik, Iceland? Where are you? My God. Let me turn off the camera for a second. I got to bring the screen. Bam, gracias a Dios. I mean, thank God. Standing Stones. Man, I hope you like the Rolling 1776. What's up? And Shauna is here. Oh, welcome back, Shauna. It's good to see you. And Grandma Bell is here. All right. You're going to be lurking. You know what? I'm glad that you're here. Thank you, Grandma Bell. I'm going to just turn my camera off, bring the screen a little bit closer. It's a little bit too far away. Let me know if the music is annoying and if there's any issue with that. Okay. That should be better. Okay, yeah, that's better. Okay. I'm a little bit better line. All right. Hello. You are not super late again. This wasn't planned, Phoebe MC. So welcome back. And Kimberly McGuire is in the Algonquin Highlands of Ontario, Canada, near Algonquin National. Oh my God. If you're near like a national park, that must be amazing. And Kimberly, we got to talk Bigfoot at some point. Let me know about anything going on with Bigfoot. And welcome back, Donna Edwards. Thank you, ma'am. She's still calling us kids. I love it. You got me, Donna. All right. You are driving. Okay. Where are you driving to? I guess we don't need to know, but it would be interesting to know. So yeah, please be careful. You know, who knows? There may be like crazy drivers on the road at this point. Lake, I think Kimberly's saying the lake isn't frozen yet. Wow. So that might be weird. I guess it's gonna do it tonight. And cheers from Nova Scotia, one of my favorite places in the world. When I was flying in the Air Force, I mean, Rocker Chick will know that we always stopped over in Nova Scotia. That was our stop before we'd go all the way over and land in like Ireland or England, sometimes Iceland. So awesome. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Down in Burlington. Wow, the Canadians are here tonight in force and mass. Miss Jessica and Beezy. All right, I'm gonna try to do this and not suck. So that's my goal. Tell me if the music's okay and the mic's okay, and we'll do the damn, as we say on cab, we're gonna do the damn thing. First of all, mic check. Give me a mic check right now. Is mic okay from right here? Check, check, check. Give me a thumbs up. Wow, this is so cool. The Canadians are here. Oh, Canada. All right. So yeah, mic check's good. Thank you, crazy Brazilian lady. Awesome. Yeah, if that, I believe, is Helen, who also, I can't remember, she said her real name. She's going to be on our next roundtable. So there you go. Thank you, Valhalla. All right. Hi, Dawn Marie. There's so many beautiful people coming in here. So you guys help me out and say hi because I got to get in. Yes, it is you. Okay. So let's talk about gifts this year. What I came on here is to talk to the community. The gift this year is obviously you. You are part of the gift. The amazing content creators, the amazing standout warriors. Hi, Christina Rasmussen. And thank you for greeting people, Ernie. I really appreciate that, man. So there's been obviously there's been some, drama in the community between various members, content creators, standout warriors, even listeners, and so you can kind of look at this as a triumvirate, because without one piece, we don't exist at the strength level that we do. So in other words, if we had standout warriors, hey, I'm sorry, I will do my best to cheer you up, Christina, because you cheered us up last night. So if you had just standout warriors, the word wouldn't be out there at the level that it's out there now. So one of the functions of content creators, initially led by Turtle Boy, and probably still he's our leader. Hi, Janine. We then have a whole group of content creators that have jumped on board and are covering this case. Without people listening and paying attention in the chat and engaging as dialogue in what you're doing right now, what she's talking about is that without all of you, then we wouldn't be on air doing this. We're on air doing this because you have shown an interest in what we're doing. So we've decided, okay, it's worth it to come on air and talk about it because people are interested in this. Okay. So you see how if the standout warriors are just outside in the cold, and Beatrice is in the chat right now, she's one of them, but she didn't have the content creators to spread the word, we would be missing a piece. And if the content creators didn't have the listeners, the people who have contributed, and you guys have contributed to the show on air, not only in the chat, but on air, in the chat, on YouTube, etc., then we don't have anything. There's nothing. So you see how this whole triumvirate of greatness works. Great listeners that are members and subscribers and all this neat stuff, and people who are just in the chat just letting us know that what we're doing is worthwhile, so that we keep coming back and doing it. And the standout warriors being able to message people. I've had the personal gift, and we're going to talk a lot about gifts tonight, because that's what this is. That's what this is. You know, this is a gift, what we've been given. You know, we have this case, we have this woman who's imperiled, we have this woman who they're trying to throw in jail because they don't want to hold to account the folks that are responsible for the death of John O'Keefe. So they're going to use this woman, and we've said no, you're not going to, not on our watch, and not quietly, not quietly. We're not going to let you do that quietly, and that goes back to what Christina said a minute ago: freedom fighters. And this is not, this is apolitical. It's just a tenet of being American, is that we love freedom. You know what I mean? So here, what Bia is saying right here. So there's lots of issues here, because we will have, we're all going to make mistakes. I will say things on this show that other content creators can look at and go, wow, that was kind of unfounded, DJ. That was kind of stupid. And I hope when I do that, because it's not if, it's when, that they will contact me and say, DJ, that really was not appropriate. Actually, that was factually incorrect. It was stupid. It was wrong, whatever. And then I will look at that and say, okay, I can be better now as a content creator because I saw something that I was doing wrong, that was incorrect. Because, hi, Spacey Stacy, welcome back. Yes, we do love you. And hi, midichlorian. Wow, we have a Jedi Knight, like right here. So this is what I want to explain to you guys, just from the content creator perspective, but we're going to look at all the perspectives and see how we can resolve these conflicts in a way that doesn't cause this friction. And as you know, when you start to do this, your hands become hot. And if we have a couple sticks and we're doing it correctly, hello, Lori Marie, welcome as a new member. And we're doing that with sticks, we can make a fire. Got a new member here, so please, would you welcome a new member, Lori Marie? Welcome to Calling All Beings. I do get the reference, my friend, because I love me some Star Wars. I am a Harry Potter, forget about jiu-jitsu and MMA and all this other good stuff, and wrestling and blah, 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 football. I am a nerd at heart. Harry Potter, the whole 9 yards. Lori, I don't know if you've been here before, so we'll get to speak with you a little bit later and kind of just find out what you want to tell us, where you're from or whatever you want to share with us. But welcome to Calling All Beings. This is a family of love and hugs in this joint. This is a zero drama, zero politics, zero taking shots at anybody's own. That's how we do it on Calling All Beings since 2021. And that's how I've done it as a content creator on podcasts for 15 years. Okay. So let's talk about intoxication. Let's talk about intoxication for a second. So when you are, Christina is so funny. So when you, and we got to say hello to Mary Malaki again. Oh, there it goes. You guys are so much fun. Hello, Amba. Welcome back, Amba. So I'm saying that like the characters from House of Anubis. If you guys had ever seen that series, House of Anubis. Okay, I'm going to try to settle into thought. So I won't be doing as much with the chat. This is funny. I won't be doing as much with the chat because for a couple minutes or I won't be able to get my thoughts going. No, there will be no Irish going on right now. Just kidding. All right. Okay. And by the way, as Beatrice knows, I have extended an invitation to Turtle Boy to come on here And what we're going to ask him to do is to role play, because on Calling All Beings, we love to role play. So what we've invited Turtle Boy to do is to be attorney Aiden Carney Esquire, attorney at law, and to do a closing argument for the Karen Reed case in his style, with what he wants, with what he would say if he were forming a closing argument in the defense of Karen Reed. So we've reached out to him, and we'll see how it goes. Worst comes to worst, I will speak with him January 12th. So, all right, here we go. I appreciate your introduction. Let's see. I see 3 people here whom I've seen all day today. 3 really good people. So that tells me you're good people, birds of a feather. You know what? I'll take that. I do try to hang with awesome people, and there are a lot of awesome people that I'm blessed to come here. All right, so I'll try to put this together now. So being on air can be an intoxicant because of what you see happening right here. You see people that are saying, hey, the show's awesome. I really like the show, or I like you, DJ, or whatever. And as with anything, any intoxicant, that could be beer, that could be wine. If it's Beatrice, that could be sangria. That could be weed. Whatever your choice is, there's not necessarily, not judging what anyone likes to intoxicate themselves with. It's all good, right? But the rub is, I'm just going to mess with the music here a little bit, is that with any intoxicant, when you consume too much of it, you become intoxicated. And what Xanax for me think? And when you're intoxicated, what happens? When you become intoxicated, you may not, this is really funny. Pepsi's my main line. When you become intoxicated, you can act in a way that may or may not be consistent with your normal self and your normal values. And so we, as content creators, have to be very careful of ego. We have to be careful that the mighty head doesn't get too large as a result of the adulation of which we all want to have, and to one degree or another do get as we come on air and interact with all of you. And we're thankful for that. But, this one's great, right? This is great. I'm not sure what this says. You guys are so funny that I can't not put your stuff on here because I just love it. I had to give up the hard stuff, Mountain Dew. She's so funny. So you guys are so funny that it's not possible to do a show and not interact with you, because you're so much fun. And that's half the fun of doing this, is interacting with you. So yeah, what Amanda says here, the mighty head. We as content creators have to be careful because of the wonderful adulation that you shower upon us, that we don't get a big head, which is one of the reasons I try to find down to earth things to do. Engaging with you offline. You are hilarious, Jess. Engaging with you offline, whether it's by DM, whether it's by phone, having you come on air as we did last night. And as we're going to keep doing, we're going to keep doing listener roundtables so that you guys can get on there as well. So we should take the show on the road. So yes, so that's what I try to do, but I'm not perfect. Maybe my head will be inflated, but I know that I have enough of you here that hello, Jerry, how are you? Welcome back. I know that if sock puppet, Curious Wendy, hi, how are you? Welcome. That if I do become, or say something that I shouldn't have said, or my head gets too big, that you guys will bring me back down to earth. And that's what we have to do. Because when we don't, it can get to our head, and then we can act in a way that again, is not consistent with who we are. And we may lash out at a listener. We may lash out at another content creator. We could lash out at a standout warrior or a friend or whomever. And so that's just something that we all have to work to do. Specifically me, I have to be careful of that. I've never had a show this successful before. Thank you, Cat Lady, for joining Calling All Beings. I greatly appreciate it. And hello, Candy Temple. Welcome, bienvenidos. So anyway, that, we have that in mind. If you are a standout warrior, you can have a similar sort of a big head because you are the boots on the ground. You are the person who's going out in the weather. I was talking to Beatrice. She was freezing last week after being out there for hours standing out. That's real. That's real. That is a visceral, real, I feel cold. I feel hot. I'm dehydrated. I'm holding this sign. I'm having to drive somewhere and take time away from my family or my friends or watching football or whatever it is that people do to go and stand out. And that is something, this is so funny. I have no doubt. And so, yes, hell yeah, Adam, there you go. I'm with you. So you see that they can also perhaps get a sense of, hey, I'm the one out here doing this. I'm the one that is putting myself on the line physically, maybe, in some cases in terms of safety. And they can feel like, hey, people should respect us because we're the ones out here doing this. There's no question about that. If I were a listener, and I am, I go on other shows, you guys have seen me, and I will contribute and send super chats and stuff to people's shows. Mike, Mazza, Melanie, Kim, so you guys know that. You guys who've seen me in the chat know this. So I'm a listener too. So as a listener and somebody who patronizes these shows, you could feel like, hey, without me, you got nothing. You don't even have a show, without me. So I'm the queen of inappropriate comments. I could never be a creator. Love. Thank you. We all are, at certain times, and when when you're on air enough, even Joe Rogan, with all the thousands of hours that he's been on the air, he's going to eventually say something that's going to be stupid. Any of us would do that if we were Joe Rogan, and we do it even when we're not Joe Rogan. No alcohol in this, just so you know, it's kombucha. So that kind of sets the table. Now, brother, man, Adam, thank you, brother. You don't need to do that, man. Thank you so much, man. Namaste, brother. Thank you. Guys are extremely, extremely generous in here, really. We've got you, Amber. We've got you, Amber. Let me make sure I say that right. So let's talk about what's happening now. The enemy of my friend is my enemy. So the enemy of Karen Reed is my enemy. So that could be someone like that woman who hates Turtle Boy that used to write from him. It could be the guy who's out in the courthouse with the crazy hair, acting crazy, sounding foolish. That could be the one guy who broadcasts from his mother's basement. So those folks really want to sow the seeds of discontent within our movement. And so when we tee off on one another, we are helping them achieve their goal. So from a national defense perspective, Russia and China, are our enemies. They are our global power competitors. I hate to use the word enemy because, well, for the purposes of the discussion, I'll use enemy even if in the geopolitical sense, that may not be correct. But I'll use, thank you, Valhalla, our winter of discontent. Yes. Which sounds like a song from Mad Season or Alice in Chains. So with that, when we are at odds with one another as Americans, it is extremely helpful to the intelligence services of the Chinese and of the Russians, because the work that they have to do pitting us against one another by posing as an American on Facebook, which they have done, which they've done during elections, which they have done even throughout the course of the year, irrespective of an election. Because if they can antagonize different groups of Americans against one another, it does some of the work for them. Because we're already at odds. They just need to throw a little bit of, it's like, they take that, when you have your charcoal and they just squirt a little bit of that lighter fluid on it and just keep the flames going. So that analogy works really well for our beautiful community that we have here. We have this beautiful community who has banded together to say, again, we are not going to let this woman go to jail on our watch, and we're certainly not going to go quietly. We are just waiting for somebody out there from a 3-letter agency to see everything that Richie Microdots has put together, and everything that Olivia has put together, and everything that Mark has talked about on Mike's show, and everything that Turtle Boy has put out there, and all the different pieces of evidence, Carrie True Crime, all the stuff that she's found, everything that my guest tomorrow, Grace, has found on Dream Feed Media. So there are all these things, and we're hoping that those 3-letter agencies, this is the most important thing we're going to say tonight. United we stand, divided we fall. And it's been put in a song, and you'll see the musical notes that our singer here in Calling All Beings, Julie, has put around it. But it actually was a quote by Patrick Henry. And I believe also, Abraham Lincoln also uttered these words at some point. So you see that when we are at each other's throats, this is extremely helpful to the movement who wants to put this woman in jail. So we got to look for ways that we can avoid this. So let's say if you feel aggrieved about something that another content creator did, or if you feel aggrieved about something that a standout warrior said, my question would be to you then is can we, I know, man, this is going to be so much fun if he comes in and plays Attorney Aiden Carney. So we will seek to make that happen. But we'll see. I've messaged him and we'll see what happens. And if not, we'll ask him in person. And the answer might be no. And one of the things that as my content creator friends have heard, because there's a couple people who are kind of new in this space that I speak with and kind of lend advice to, you have to be comfortable hearing the word no when you're in this space. You have to be okay with somebody saying, no, I don't want to come on your show, or I really can't right now, or whatever. You can't get offended by that. And if anybody doesn't want to come on this show, I'm not going to be offended. It's, I love Melanie Little. I asked her to come on and she wasn't ready to be going on other shows. And I just said, okay, cool. It's not, I'm a huge fan. I think she's the best of, she's just the best content creator. So yeah. So we don't need to be upset with anybody for not coming on. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I've been blessed here. One of the gifts I've received. So let's talk about the gifts that I've received. Sean came on first. Sean was McDonough was and although he's, angered some people in the movement, he's, turned this way and that way and all these kinds of things. And I guess Churchill said this as well. Thank you. I love Churchill, so I'm a huge fan, Lori Marie. You and I are really going to get along. In fact, I started a show the other night. We started with me reading a Winston Churchill quote, and we ended the show with me reading a different Winston Churchill quote. So I'm a huge fan of Winston Churchill. When you put yourself online, you open yourself up to public scrutiny from anyone. You have to be a little thick-skinned if you're going to get in the game. That is 100% correct. If you need to read this, because not everybody's going to say yes to you. Not everyone's even going to answer your email. And that's okay. You don't need to. Patrick Henry said this. Abraham Lincoln, thank you. Lori Marie, Winston Churchill. And no, I really dig that. Please don't let your nerdy side go to sleep, because that is embraced here. And look at this. It's Love-A-Romy with cheese. Hi, welcome. I know you're one of Nurse Kim's homies, and you've been here several times, and thank you. Bienvenidos. Welcome. So that's essentially... Oh, hi, Nick. How are you? No need to ignore the noise. No response to the drama. Yes, I agree with you. I want to say hello to you, Nick Rocco, because my first reaction at seeing your photo with your lovely wife at the gala, the Karen Reed Gala, is how handsome the two of you are. I think I put on there, wow, Nick Rocco and his wife are much better looking than me. So welcome. It's good to have you here. Thank you and I agree. So no response to the drama is always the best solution. So I think Nick Rocco said it very, very well there. Hi, friends. So nice to see everyone tonight. Hi. Hello, Shirley. How are you? Welcome. We love nerdy. That absolutely. So, and let me see. Get down there, and there's Nick. Okay. Yes, Nick. That's what I said. Actually, Beatrice knows, because I think I said that to her. I go, man, look at Nick Rocco and his wife. Man, they're so much better looking than me. So welcome. It's good to have you in here. So it's good to have everybody in here. Hello, love, Shirley. I might do that accent of Ken Hathaway. Yeah, if you guys grab me a tweet tonight to read, maybe I'll do it in Ken Hathaway's mom's British voice. That's going to sound like Dame Maggie Smith. My God, Magnum. Anyway, so honored to be here with you. So not all conflict is bad, but we need common rules of engagement so we can work through it without vicious spiraling. Well, that's the thing. We're not a society, right? We don't have a construct of Valhalla law. We don't have the Roberts Rules of Order to go by. We are not any sort of an association. So it's a little bit difficult. Yes, I will get to that J in Hull, FKR. I will get to that. So the point is that when you're thinking about, Nick alluded to this a little bit earlier, when you're thinking about attacking somebody, at the very least, take a breath and see if you can engage with that person directly in a very calm way and voice what you are aggrieved about that they did, and see if you can resolve it that way. Because once you take to the airwaves, or once they take to the airwaves or social media, now somebody is going to be hurt, okay? And they have a right to be hurt. Maybe they didn't see it coming. Maybe it's something that could have been resolved in a one-on-one conversation. And maybe you didn't give that a chance, whomever you are. That could be a content creator teeing off on, a standout warrior teeing off on somebody who's on air using social media. It could be the other way around, but either way, can we have a conversation? Can we see how we can get to some sort of a resolution here, being the most mature version of ourselves? And all the time, my most mature self doesn't materialize. Sometimes my childish self materializes, and I act in a way that I'm not proud of after the fact. I've done it not that long ago. So these are the kinds of ways that we can do this instead of teeing off on somebody, whether that's through posting about them, whether that's through talking about them, whether that's through engaging with a friend and getting somebody to tee off on them for us, all these sorts of things. Maybe we can engage one-on-one, have a discussion, and see if we can resolve it. Let's go here. Okay. Tom CPU Brexit. Okay, yeah, exactly. There are other people who are looking at that in a negative way. But that is how Tom chose to resolve it. And it's not for me to agree or disagree. Tom is out there. He shares physical space with this person, and he wanted to resolve it by having conversation at breakfast. I think that's a mature way to handle it. Okay. And this, in Portuguese, my Brazilian friend would be saying, com certeza. Com certeza, right? What else have we got here? Yes, absolutely. Creators will create and support who we support. I spoke with a listener last night. I'm not going to say who that listener was. A person who's a listener to this show and other shows, and they were treated poorly by a content creator. And I was like, hey, you can just say, hey, man, claro. There we go. Oh, so was I right saying con certeza, or is claro correct? So tell me if I said that correctly. So anyway, yeah, that's the way that we can. Did Island Girl, did I miss something that she said? Yeah, let me know if I missed something. Jerry has said, hello, Mary Malaki from Canada. It's cold as hell up here. For Christ's sakes. Sometimes typing is misconstrued. In other words, a creator can express verbally. We see the gestures, hear the tone, but typing can be taken so wrong. You are so correct. There is no tone. There's no intonation in the voice. We're missing all that when we're just typing. Oh my God, Kelly Steffi. Thank you so much. Thank you. Namaste. I love everyone who refuses to get into the drama. My health wouldn't allow it. My own life is enough drama. Absolutely. After what you courageously shared with us last night. Thank you very much for your donation. And as you say, thank you, Jules. Respect is huge too. You don't have to agree on everything, but should respect each other. That's correct. That's correct. So when I'm upset about a situation or person, I make myself wait 24 hours before addressing it. That is a great, great way to do it, Romy, right there, is to give yourself space. And I recently had an interaction where I gave myself that time and I still didn't address it with that person the way that I wanted to. I gave it more than 24 hours and I still am not happy with how I addressed it. And what that really says, and what I like to tell people, is that some of you in here are 28 and 38 and 48. I'm going to be 58 in about 2.5 months or so. And I am still a work in progress. I am still learning how to be a better person, a better human being. And that's ultimately what I want to be, is not only just a better American, I want to be a better human being as a person, because it takes a good human being to be a good American, etc., and on down the line, a good New Yorker, a good family person, etc. A good high school classmate, a good teammate, all those kinds of things. And this is why this is important, is to self-actualize, first of all, to self-realize, and then to self-actualize what you see that you need to work on. Because there isn't a person in this chat, on YouTube, in the Free Karen Read movement, who doesn't need to work on something. That person does not exist. Every one of us needs to find something that we need to work on. Does that mean we need to be hypercritical of ourselves and analyze every single thing we do? No, it doesn't. Thank you, ML. You're 70. All right, so you got a couple years on me. So now tell me, ML, are you a complete product? Or are you somebody that's still trying to become a better person? Let me see what else we got here. Thank you, Shauna. Yeah, I don't want to get into her because I don't want to address, and nothing against that, Jay and Hull. I don't want to address specific content creators in any sort of a way. That's for them to work out with one another. Okay. I'm just talking overall themes for the community. I have great respect for Mike. He came on the show, gave his time, helped out my show. Blair came on the show, gave of his time, and helped out my little show that has, I don't know, we were at like 6,600. We haven't even hit 7,000 subscribers yet. So that's why I appreciate those guys, and it's between them to handle as guys to just talk about it and then come back and just be back supporting each other. Because this is the thing. And I'm for you guys that knew, I'm kind of like a car where the engine's cold. It needs to warm up. We coming back, all us content creators supporting one another, supporting our listeners, and supporting our standout warriors, all of us together as that triumvirate, like, Caesar and Pompey Magnus and Marcus Aurelius, right? Us all working together is to the detriment of the people who want to put Karen in jail. That is why this is so important and so critical. Thank you so much, Amber. And the reason for that is DJ Skincare Formula. I'm just kidding. Thank you. It's not even for sale. Thank you very much, though. I really appreciate that. We all should be striving to grow and evolve. And again, not to a degree that we're hyper analyzing ourselves and every single thing we do, but kind of doing a mental check-in, a situational check-in of, hey, maybe I could have handled that better. Like I'm just telling you, a situation I had at work, I didn't handle it well. And hopefully I'll get an opportunity to fix that. Maybe I won't. I don't know. That's up to that person, and how open they are. I love the Grateful Jason Smith. I love the Grateful Dead logo. I also have a Grateful Dead belt that I just got from Arcade Belts. So I love my Grateful Dead belt, and I can't refer to myself as a deadhead, but I'm a fan for sure. All right. Hi, boyfriend Jason Smith. Oh, I think somebody likes you there, Jason. Miss Jessica and Beezy. Oh, thank you. Muito obrigado, amiga. Eu agradeceu. So I'm saying thank you very much. I appreciate it in Portuguese. Together, we can move mountains. We can do this, guys. No more fights. Who gets the most likes? Absolutely. Absolutely. And Helen is going to come on a cab round table. She's going to read tweets with us, and she's going to ham up that Brazilian accent as much as possible while she's reading, right? Helen, you're going to rock that, man. So our brilliant, the official attorney of Calling All Beings, Valhalla Law, says, Amber KR, absolutely, Wild West is part of the charm, but it's helpful if we have some common understanding of what's cool, not cool when conflicts arise. You know what? I love that, Valhalla. We will have you write all of our pre-trial motions. Kelly says yes. And Amber KR is so gutsy. I guess that means gutsy. I'm sure she is. I've no doubt. I know one of their co-hosts was like a police officer as well, so which is badass. I was kidding because of Mike's wrestling background and Will the Gladiator movie. No, I totally get it, man. I totally get it. I talked to Mike about wrestling. I was not a good wrestler, and Mike was a very celebrated wrestler. I am 65 and still working on being a better person, says Grandma Bell. Also, don't care about drama that separates. Right. We want to try to bring everybody back together and be a more formidable foe. A more formidable foe for the anti-Karen Reed people that want to lock her up. As we grow, it's important to protect our growth individually. Absolutely. So we got about 10 minutes left here, Miss Jessica. LML, love to see you. Absolutely, man. We have such a great community here. We're so great. You're opening the best. United we stand, divided we fall. That not only goes for America, it also goes for this movement. This beautiful, beautiful movement that is a very, very worthy cause that every single one of you has chosen to take part in. Thank you, Finn365. How are you? Have you been here before? If not, I welcome you. Thank you for joining. Getting ready to make homemade tamales. Oh, man, Christina, homemade tamales. Ah, man, make us jealous and take a photo of it and put it up on Twitter, would you, Christina? When? Okay. What else? Did I miss anything here? Welcome, Gigi. Gigi, have you been here before? If not, welcome. It's good to have you in Calling All Beings. Sugar Magnolias. Ah, I love that song. That's a Grateful Dead one. Got a hug. I don't know if that hug's for me, Shauna, but I'll take it. And okay, so cool. So yeah, she's going to ham it up. She's going to ham up the Brazilian accent when she reads. Let me just tell her real quick. Wife and I went to a jiu-jitsu competition in LA years ago. I mean, it must have been like 9 years ago or something like that. Yeah, I think it was 9 years ago. And we got to meet a comedian, jiu-jitsu comedian named Renato Laranja. He was a friend of Joe Rogan, a friend of Eddie Bravo. You probably don't know who Eddie Bravo is. And he really hams up the Brazilian accent. And I come out of the bathroom, and my wife, who is Brazilian, is standing there with him, arm in arm. And then he comes up and takes a photo with me. He like hugged me like this. It was so funny. So Renato Laranja really hams up the Brazilian accent. So it's pretty funny. I don't know what GTSY is. So you got, oh, good to see you. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are really educating me here. All right, what does Gigi say? I'm telling you, it's looking like Karen is going to end up in prison. I'm gutted about it. Yeah, I don't think you're right, Gigi, and I'll tell you why. Not because she's innocent, because we know that she's innocent. I don't think she's going to end up there because of the fact that there's not enough good evidence against her. Did I miss a donation? Oh, no, that was Adam. We got that. Okay. I don't think that they can get the reason why is I don't think they can get there. I don't think they can get a beyond a reasonable doubt from 12 jurors. I also don't think, by the way, they can get a beyond a reasonable doubt from for innocent or not guilty. I think that it will be a hung jury again if they do this, and I think they will. All right, let's get this. Let's see. But I am gutsy too. Yes, I know you are. Very nice to see you, sir. ML. Midichlorian says, GG, love your handle. Yeah, did I miss it? GG Aline? Maybe GG Aline? Tell me if I said that right, GG. Let's see. There's no dispute. We are all free, Karen Reed. That's 100. Thank you. And Phoebe MC, brilliant commentary. I'm 62, and although falling apart, I'm still a work in progress, but I don't address all this. I watch, listen, and if I don't agree, I leave. That's right. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. And I hope you're not falling apart physically, because mentally you're definitely not falling apart. That we can see. If you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. Alexander Hamilton. Yeah, boy. If you ever want to have a good read the Federalist Papers and the discussions that put forth by Alexander Hamilton and James Madison. Federalist Papers are amazing. Hello, M. Welcome. Thank you. It's for you and the community, DJ. Okay. Does that mean the good to see you? I'm a little bit of a meathead, so you're going to have to forgive me. Hello, M. And Romy, here we go. Thank you so much for the donation. Or we can tell people we are putting them in a get along t-shirt until they work out. I tell my kids sometimes when they work out their conflict. You win today. You win today, Romy. That is number one. 10th Planet BJJ. That's right. Eddie Bravo, the founder of 10th Planet. Hinato Ladanja, I'm sure he's a black belt now, but he was a brown belt he was an actor. I can't remember his real name, so you have to forgive me. But he's an actor, comedian. He used to be on Joe Rogan a lot. I think something happened between he and Joe Rogan, but he just recently commentated a big jiu-jitsu tournament in Vegas, and he did it with the doing the Brazilian accent, and he's really hilarious. He was really cool, and he didn't really have to be nice to us when he did, but he was very kind with us. All right, well, there goes the solving to the unsolved mystery. Okay. Sometimes you won't get a chance to fix mistakes, but you can always pay it forward. So thank you, Valhalla Law. I will think about that in the one situation that I was in. So we'll see. Thank you, Romy, for being so generous. That is super duper awesome. I really just expected to have a little bit of a diatribe, but you made it, you guys made it a dialogue instead of a diatribe. Let's call it what it is. You know what? I don't want to, I really don't want to go there. I don't want to call anybody out because we don't do that on Cab. That's not something that we do. There are a lot of, that's why I said is that we all have egos. And when you come on air and people tell you you're great and you get a lot of followers and you see here, people donate and people say nice things, you can get a big head. It happens to all of us. The idea is to kind of realize it, to self-realize and then self-actualize. What can I do to do it a little bit better? Not only for me as a human being, but also for the movement. That goes to all of us, content creators, listeners, and standout warriors also. And let me tell you, one of the blessings, I want to tell you guys, one of the gifts I've received. Having been in the MMA community as a journalist and on-air personality, been in the UFO community I wouldn't call myself a journalist. I would say I was an analyst and an on-air personality, done lots of interviews with lots of big people, Pentagon officials, PhDs. I mean, more than this many PhDs on the show. And now in this Karen Reed community that I love and I feel very passionate about, is that these things, these things are going to happen, but you look at the gifts that you've been given, and these people from Canton have chosen to engage with me and call me and trust me with information and let me know what's happening on the ground in the movement, what they're feeling, if they don't feel safe, if something happens that I don't know about. They have given me the situational awareness. Without them, I wouldn't be able to do this even at the low level that I'm doing it now. But those people, for whatever their reason is, have seen fit to trust me. That is a gift to me. You are a gift to me. You in the chat here to the I hope I'm pointing the right direction. No, for you, it's going to look like this to the right. I got to use the different hand because I'm on camera. So you are a gift to me. The other content creators that have chosen to come on are a gift to me. So all of that are things that I have to be thankful for. Now I just have to look to what can I contribute? Can I help with content conflict resolution? Can I offer some suggestions on how to deal with trolls? Can I do those kinds of things? That's what I'm trying to do here. Y'all know how I feel by now, but let's respect DJ and the guy. It's not we don't do that on Calling All Beings. We don't take shots at people. Thank you so much. The musical notes. I love music. Music is one of those things that bring us all together. Music is one of those things, irrespective of where you're from in the country, what your stupid political party is, because they're all stupid. You can come together through music and find common ground through music. It's one of the beautiful things. MOD. I understand, but it's the elephant in the room. You know what? It's really not. It's really bigger than these issues more than one person. Yes, Brian Callen, the comedian, and his former partner, Brendan Schaub, they may actually still be teaming up, who's a UFC heavyweight champion. Yeah. It's so hard when you're close to the fighting, but I agree 100. Yeah, it doesn't really do anything. It's trying to figure out how can you resolve this without getting into it. And here she is, the guest for tomorrow night, the legend, Grace. Yeah, is that guy still around? Yeah, 15 million. Last time I looked, Joe Rogan had only 15 million subscribers. He's become a cultural icon. We love you too, Phoebe. Miss Jess gonna be really good. For the most part, a great group, not DJs, but everyone's. That's right. That's right. There are a lot of good groups here. There are a lot of great shows and a lot of great groups on different shows. It's not only Calling All Beings. Hopefully we're one of them, but they're, Kim's and Melanie's. There's a lot of great groups and a lot of channels here. Obviously, Renee also. I love it, Christina. We have tamales at Christmas too, but it's a full-blown Mexican spread. LOL, as white as I am, I'm half Hispanic, Southwest Detroit. I have to rent a hall for the family party. That's what's up right there, Roxy. That's how to do it. That is how to do it. I'm not sure what you're thanking me for, but thank you, Christina. All right, it's time to get out of here. I only wanted to do an hour just to talk about us resolving conflict, coming back together as a community, and forming that wall in front of the people that want to put Karen in jail. That was my goal for tonight. That was the goal. I agree. Karen's team will begin by defining reasonable doubt like they're talking to 5-year-olds in their opening words, and repeat it so often the jury sees RD in every single thing. Yeah, there's no question. I don't think they can convict her. And there's just not enough. Dream Feed Media, he's got the biggest podcast on the planet for 10 years. Yeah, she's joking. I think she's joking with you, Jason. She knows who he is. I think she knows who he is. Joe Rogan. All right, yeah, he is the biggest. So tomorrow, Grace from Dream Feed Media. Let's talk about Grace. Grace is done a lot of research. She has analyzed things in an academic way. She has measured things. She has gotten technical specifications on different things to assess Apple Watches, Apple phones, how the iCloud is updated, all these kinds of things. Grace has done a lot of different analysis to come up with, even beyond hypothesis, some theories and some conclusions on this case. She is going to reveal which of them tomorrow night that she wants to reveal. Let's see here. Somebody just gave another donation here. Shauna, thank you. Thank you, love. Namaste. I talked to Sherry last night. I got to check on Sherry and see how she's doing. She really values talking to you. She really loves you and values you, just like Ernie Birdie. I speak with Sarah, and she really values and loves Ernie Birdie. So we're really, really lucky that you guys have found one another. You get on the phone, you talk about issues. It's beautiful. That's what this is really all about. That's what this is all about. Family, that's right. The Latinas are in here. Christina and Beatriz. Thank you. You're awesome. That's what's up. My sister is in Houston, Tejas. The people of Canton, Karen Reed, Ed Carney, and anyone else facing false charges need us. That's right. That's right. Aiden is imperiled. And I think everybody should remember that. Is that there's not one person in this chat, and there's not one person that we can think of involved in this case that has 18 indictments against him. And that is very, very tough position to be in. And we've got to also give some grace, no pun intended, to Aiden for in that regard. Miss Jessica, you've helped so many people. Don't even. Yeah, I don't know how many people I've helped. I know you guys have helped a lot of people. And we're just happy to have a community together. And look, I wouldn't have a community if it wasn't for you, Jess, to step up and say, yeah, I'll be your mod. You get on the phone. You trusted me enough to get on the phone with me. I know that you have had situations with three-letter agencies, and you know, uh, I don't want to put your stuff out on the street, but you've had to deal with some very tough situations. But you trusted, you trusted me. So I don't take that lightly. That's great, DJ. You're in their trust because you're passionate about this case. And something ANXTGE corruption up there, and I think that means and the corruption up there. So it makes sense. They feel safe with you. Yeah, I really appreciate that those guys and gals from Canton call me. Oh, hello. Do we have somebody from England in here, Brit gal? Because everybody knows how much I love England. It's my second favorite place on earth. I love England. So welcome, Brit girl. We have multiple Brits that are part of our community here. Don't you worry about the noise. Yeah, I'm not. Watch live. Thank you. I've watched before and like this channel, but don't typically do the chat. Oh, thank you so much. It's me. Yes, this is a safe space. And it's meant to be a place where people can just bring a positive atmosphere. We don't do lashing out at people. We don't make fun of people, unless it's the McAlberts. You're allowed to make fun of them. But other than that, we don't make fun at anybody in the community and sit there and take cheap shots. It's just not something we do on Calling All Beings. Never have, never will. I can't wait for the show tomorrow either with Grace. Grace is brilliant. She truly is. She truly is. I feel like a meathead. Luckily, she talks to me. Music makes winners. Music is it, Teresa. Music is it, man. That's wild, Joe Rogan. My gosh. We can all be stars in the galaxy. That's right. You know, when we talk about stars, I don't remember this quote, but, in terms of wanting the limelight and wanting the limelight and wanting to be the star for anybody, it was been said, I think the quote goes something like, the sky would be quite dim if there were only one star in it. The reason that the sky looks so beautiful is there are so many stars. Same can be said for any endeavor, whether it's at work, whether it's in the military, whether it's in the police department, whether it's in the community, whether it's in anywhere. You always want to have multiple stars. The sky's brighter with that. I am honored to call you my friend, Christina. Thank you so much. We were so grateful that last night nothing was wrong, just the power went out. I think M is talking about tamales right now. And so tell us, are you from Britain? Brit gal? Let us know. Or is that just a nickname? Member? Thank you for being a member for 1 month. We only started memberships like around a month ago, so this is great. All right, good night. Freedom fighters who want freedom from everyone facing charges they are completely innocent of. I'll just expand that to say freedom from all those who are imprisoned unjustly and who are in fear of persecution because of who they are, simply. I'll just add that. Thank you, Shauna. No, thank you, because I talked to Sherry and I know you helped her a lot. I should be giving you the $5, but namaste. Thank you very much. All right, guys. I think it's, drones. Okay, so we got to do drones because I promised Jay before I get out of here. Thank you so much, Jay. Okay. This will be the last thing we do. I have links I can put on Twitter. I'm going to hide this for a second. So if you follow me here, I will put out 2 links that you need to watch regarding, one of them is 40 minutes. The other one might be 45 minutes. One of them is David Grush. The other one is Colonel Carl Nell, retired U.S. Army Intelligence. And Dr. Diana Pasulka, PhD of Religious Studies at UNC Wilmington. Both brilliant people. And the host, I want to talk about the host. He is the host of American Alchemy, but his Twitter handle is Alchemy American. His name is Jesse Michaels. Jesse is about 50 times better of a host than I am. Yes. One love to you, Mary Malarkey. Thank you for saying that about Grace. We are very much looking forward to Beatrice and I will be hosting that tomorrow night. So, with the drones. So, this is not only in Jersey. This started, as Ryan Graves said today, the former Navy pilot, about 2 years ago at Langley Air Force Base in Virginia, which is home of the 1st Fighter Wing. They have F-22s there. So just think ACC 1st Fighter Wing. So probably the most advanced, one of the most formidable fighter wings that we have in the Air Force is the 1st Fighter Wing. And that base was shut down by drones. Get back to here. So then we had incidents at RAF Lakenheath over the last month for a couple of weeks in a row. RAF Mildenhall, RAF Fairford, RAF Feltwell, Picatinny, the Picatinny installation in New Jersey, McGuire Air Force Base in New Jersey. So there are some craft up there that are not drones. And the way that I refer to drones are those quadcopter, octocopter, or 10 motor copters that you can buy commercially, that the DoD uses, that the sheriffs use, that the 3-letter agencies use, and they are operated by someone with a controller, sometimes with a phone. And when you're close to an airport and you log on to the network with your drone, it won't power up in certain instances when you're too close to an airport because it knows it's inside of an illegal area where it's not supposed to fly. And a lot of them are guided by global positioning systems. Then I want to talk about UAVs. UAVs would be like an Air Force Reaper, possibly Homeland Security Predator, an MQ-1. A Reaper is an MQ-9. The Air Force also has a high-altitude version of this that's a jet called an RQ-4 that has an advanced radar that can look at things. So I think that you are seeing certain craft that are up there that are not terrestrial, that people are seeing, which is why they kept calling the authorities. Because they're seeing something, people are talking about SUV size craft hovering somewhere in their neighborhood above their house. That's not a drone. I don't believe that is a U.S. government asset. I don't believe that that is a foreign asset. That is probably, listen to this crazy person right here. Christine, she's so funny. Adam, thank you so much. Namaste and Merry Christmas. Go check out Land Pirate Radio. He did a wonderful Christmas video. He's a very, very talented artist, both with his voice and visually. So I believe that there is something happening that is not terrestrial, that is some sort of an unidentified flying object or unidentified aerial phenomenon of some sort. And I also believe that there are a lot of prosaic terrestrial drones that are up there looking at what the unidentified or unidentifiable craft are. Some of them which aren't picked up on radar. One of which took, I don't know whose drone this was, if it was a hobbyist or a sheriff's drone. They went up to take a look at it. It completely disrupted the drone and it fell to the ground and was done. So there is something that is visiting us here. It's ramped up a little bit, but this is not new. There have been, for going all the way back to biblical times, all the way back to Christopher Columbus, who describes candles going in the water. There have been craft that have been come and that have visited us and have surveilled us. I am not worried about it. I am not losing a second of sleep about it. Okay? So that is not something new. Look at this right here. Look at this wonderful words from this young lady, Sarah's friend. Thank you, love. So please don't be concerned. And she loves you. She loves you. So facing 120 East. I don't know if she means like, I think that means she's going to start working her dough. I love to bake, so I'm with you. So yeah, I believe that there are some craft out there. Bye, Valhalla. Thank you, love. Thank you for coming back. And we'll see you tomorrow with Grace. So anyway, no, I thank you. Thank you, love. I appreciate you. And I appreciate you being here. No matter what reason. Boa noite, amiga. Boa noite. So anyway, that's what's going on. I think that it's a combination of things. To answer Jay's question, yes. So if you guys want, I will tweet out these 2 YouTube videos and you can take a look. They're very important. And also Ryan Graves was on with Joe Rogan talking for a couple of hours about this. But certainly there are some craft up there that are not prosaic, that we don't know their origin, that are probably not made by humans. And then there's a whole bunch that are made by humans that are trying to figure out what those are. Okay, you want to know what my Twitter is? My Twitter is at call all underscore beings. This is me. The show is at calling beings, but I am at call all beings. I will tweet that out and you can connect with me on there. If you want to DM with me, if you have questions about anything about the show, Karen Reed, UFOs, Bigfoot, any of that stuff you want to talk about. And so Julie said it here. Julie has been following this topic for many years and knows a lot and is in touch with a lot of people in the community of UFOs, of Bigfoot, of paranormal. Julie is a source that you would want to speak with. Yes, Chris Lato and I have spoken on the phone on probably at least half a dozen to a dozen occasions. He's been on my show. I've been on his show. So yes, I know Chris Lato. I'm a thug. So what's my emoji? That's okay. She's so funny. I'm gangster. ET drone home. And there you go. And Jason Smith's talking about RAF Bentwaters. For those of you who don't know about RAF Bentwaters, there is actually a recording of this, but it's an audio recording. There is a base commander named Colonel Charles Halt, and he was there when there was a craft that landed in the Rendlesham Forest just outside of RAF Bentwaters. The security police came upon that craft, got very close to it. A couple of the security police were injured. John McCain, Senator John McCain, the late, great Senator John McCain, was able to get VA benefits for one of them as a result of him being close to the high energy of that craft. And Colonel Charles Halt, the deputy base commander, saw it all. So it's a very, very famous UFO case. It is the Roswell of the United Kingdom. So that's that. Yes, this is me. And oh, thank you so much, D-Mart. Yeah, this was not planned. I called to talk about community kind of coming together. So oh man, you guys are so thank you so much. Thank you, Kelly. Yeah, if you guys want to engage on anything, you can get a hold of me. You can call me. I call people in our community and talk to them about issues in our lives. They call me. I talk to them about the show. So I'm not hard to get a hold of. Anybody here can get a hold of me if they want to. I'm not. There's no walls around me or no fence that that I'm content creator, you listener, you stay over there, I'm over here. If anybody wants to get a hold of me, you can. So good night, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow. Hello, Vixie Blaze. Welcome, love. Sorry, we're just closing. This is interesting. I need a UFO. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. I will share videos with you that will get you what you need to know. I'll give you 2 videos that'll get you started really, really well. That'll do. Yeah, if you would hit the like button. Thank you, Kimberly McGuire from Canada. And thank you, Em. And if you would subscribe to us, I would really appreciate that. Nighty-night, Miss Blaze. And we will see you guys tomorrow night with Grace from Dream Feed Media. Thank you for being so amazing. This wouldn't be worth doing if it weren't for you. Thank you so much, Valhalla Law, Sock Puppet, Curious Wendy. I appreciate you guys. One love to all of you, and we'll see you tomorrow night, and we see what Grace has got in store for us. Love you. Bye.